Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to get personal. This is going to be a different video from the usual video. I don't usually share my information on this channel, but today I'm going to share with you 21 facts about myself. If you'd like to get to know me, this is a perfect video you don't want to miss. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Dr. Erwin Kwun. I'm on a mission to help doctors lead a happy and fulfilled life. I publish a new video every Thursday on the subject of happiness and well-being. If you're not already subscribed to this channel, make sure you're subscribed and turn on notification so that you're notified each time I publish a new video. In this video, you're going to get to know me better. I suggest that you get yourself a cup and let's get this video going. I was born and grew up in Mauritius. It's a beautiful island in the Indian Ocean. My parents were born in Mauritius and they also grew up in Mauritius. Mauritius is a melting pot with great diversity. My mother tongue language is Creole. I learned French and English at school, and I left Mauritius at the age of 18 and came to the UK to study. My first ever job was in a retail shop. I used to serve customers who came to get their groceries. I was paid £2 a day for that job. It was in a family-run shop and I learned a lot from this job. I used to wear braces when I was younger. I didn't really like the idea of having braces because I had to go to the orthodontist regularly and have it tightened. It was quite painful to have it and I've had it for many years. Recently I had the braces removed. I really enjoyed trying different cuisine, and as I grew up in Mauritius I was exposed to different kind of cuisine and I really enjoy eating spicy and Chinese food. I learned cooking at a very young age. As a child I didn't like to eat vegetables. I would leave the vegetables aside and eat chicken and meat. As I grew older, I became more health conscious and I've learned to appreciate vegetables. I eat more vegetables now and I really enjoy them, and I've reduced my consumption of meat. I was voted the shyest person of the year in sixth form. I was very quiet and I didn't have much confidence, didn't speak to a lot of people, a very close circle of friends, and I also went to an all-boys school. This is something traditional in Mauritius where you had all-boys school and all-girls school. So when I was younger, I had very low confidence and was a very nerdy person. After sixth form, I wanted to leave Mauritius to broaden my horizon. I was thinking about whether to study medicine or engineering. If I wouldn't have become a doctor, I would probably become an engineer. My application for medicine was rejected 3 times. Luckily, the 4th one was an offer from University of Manchester. I didn't do well for the other applications because I was very inexperienced about how to prepare for interviews, and I still remember the first interview I had at University of Newcastle. I was very underprepared. And the panel asked me a question about what's the reason you want to come to Newcastle. I couldn't think of any reason at all to choose that specific university. And then when I think back about it, I should have talked about the course, what I like about the place, about the university. I was invited by University of Manchester for a medical interview, and luckily that interview went well. I was more prepared and I was less anxious about the interview because I've already been through an interview and I knew the process. It was held in Port-Louis, the capital city of Mauritius. Out of the 4 universities I applied to get into medicine, 3 of them rejected me. One of them even sent me a letter to apply next year. Luckily I didn't have to reapply because I got an offer from University of Manchester. At university I lived in an old church for 2 years. It was an all converted student accommodation where there were 8 people sharing the same floor. So there were 8 of us in the student accommodation. So university overall was a really good experience because I pushed myself out of my comfort zone. I realized that there was more to just academic study. I developed my communication skills, did volunteering and tried different projects just to learn about other things apart from study. One of the most useful things was to attend a public speaking course. This was something that still serves me today because I used to be terrified of public speaking. Just the idea of talking to a group of people would make me feel anxious and start to sweat, and it was really nerve-wracking for me to actually go and talk about something. But now this is something that I've managed to conquer, this fear of public speaking, and I can speak about things to a group of people, to a large group, and this is something I'm really happy that I actually did, because otherwise I would still be terrified today if I had to give a speech. By training myself to talk in public, I actually managed that fear. One of the feedback I got at med school was that I'm quiet, because I attended a PBL course, which is problem-based learning. So we discuss a case every week in group, and we had to talk about what we've learned, what we think is going on, and discuss and learn from this discussion. It was something that I took a long time to adapt, because back in Mauritius I was not much into debate and discussing ideas, so I was very quiet and very shy, and to be put in a group of PBL learning, so it was very difficult to adjust to that. I think it's important to think about what introverts can contribute to a discussion by being good listener, and it is one of the things that I've found being overlooked in society. When you're introvert, people might think that we don't contribute that much, but actually you're analyzing things and you're observing, and you can contribute in a different way than what an extrovert would do. In my final year of medical school, I spent 4 months living in Paris. It was an amazing experience, being immersed in a different society and learning about the French culture and learning how things work in the French healthcare system. So this was a great experience because I also speak French, so it was great to be able to discover different parts of Paris in the afternoon when I had time off, and learning about different gastronomies, experiencing the eau de vivre of French people. One of the things in France that they do is that they take longer time to have their food, they will enjoy their food, they will talk. Was in the UK, people seem to rush. In my spare time, I enjoy to go on long walks, I enjoy to go on hiking. I find it very relaxing and recharging to go in nature and just have some time out and get some fresh air. In summer, I aim to go on a weekend hike trip and really enjoy doing these things because it's so nice to see the countryside and being able to actually connect with nature. I really enjoy traveling, and I've missed traveling so much during this pandemic. I think when you travel, you gain perspective by observing, by learning from a different culture and society, and it's also a good way actually to help you when you come back to analyze your life and gain perspective from a different society. So that's why I really enjoy traveling. I'll tell you about an embarrassing moment I had whilst traveling. I actually went to France on a ski trip, and once I got there I realized that I forgot my travel document. So I brought my passport with me, but there's one document which is the BRP card, which is a resident permit card that I forgot home. So I was very anxious that I would be blocked when I came back, because you need that document to actually clear the immigration entry. And the fact that we were on a short trip over 1 week and I didn't have that document with me would pose a problem when I get back to the UK. If you are on a visa in the UK, you would know what I'm talking about. So I really didn't know what to do, and the card was still at home, and actually got somebody to send this document via courier. Luckily the document arrived on time and I was able to travel back as planned. After graduation I went into foundation program, so it's a 2-year program where you develop your basic skills as a doctor, and I worked in Yorkshire for 2 years thinking about what specialty I was going to apply. At the time I was still focused on ophthalmology, and then I had a placement in GP in my F2 and I really enjoyed that placement, and things started to shift in my head about applying for GP. If you want to learn more about my career decision to become a GP, then I've made a video where I talk about this. It's a perfect video for you to get a sense of the reasons why I chose GP, so click the video up. One of the comments I get frequently by patients is that I'm too young to be a doctor. One time I went on a house call and I went to visit an elderly person, and the family members were there. And when I got back, I was told by one of the staff that they thought that I was a medical student. So this is something I get quite often, and I'm used to it now. Besides working as a GP, I also coach doctors to help them lead a happier and more fulfilling life. I believe that doctors are overworked and undervalued, and they deserve to have a fulfilling life. And I have experienced a lot of difficulties as a doctor myself, and spoke with doctors who have struggled, which made me think that there are things that can be done to help doctors lead a fulfilling life. And I used to be a very pessimistic person myself, and over the years I've actually thought that if you just look at the negative sides of things, then you overlook the positive sides, and I've become more of a realistic optimist. Last year I actually enrolled in a positive psychology postgraduate training, and I was trained to actually coach people, and I learned so much from this. And I've actually seen that there are things that in the medical profession that we tend to overlook, so positive things that we tend to overlook by just focusing on negativity. This new perspective has helped me to understand how you can build on your strength and play to your strength instead of focusing on weaknesses that you may have. Thanks for joining me over a cup. I hope you got some value of this video. I hope it has not been useless. I'd be curious to learn from yourself about your story. If you have any fun fact, or if there's anything you can relate from the 21 facts, let me know down in the comment section. I look forward to reading your comment. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you have any suggestions or any thoughts or any comments, please let me know down in the comment section. If you found this video useful, I've got another video I'm sure that you'll gain some values from. This is a video where I talk to my younger self and give myself 7 pieces of advice before starting GP training. Click the video to watch it. Take care everybody, bye bye.